NFL draft is just 2 days away, guys, and the Browns have a decision to make at number 6. If they go receiver, two of the options could be Ohio State's Carnell Tate or Arizona State's Jordyn Tyson. Jason, if it was up to you and the Browns were picking a receiver at 6, no trade back, no defense, no offensive lineman, they're going receiver at 6. Should it be Tate or should it be Tyson?
I would lean Tate just because the injury thing is just too real and too scary for me. Now, I think physically, Jordyn Tyson is probably the better receiver, but you have to be available on Sundays, and you have to be available, 14, 15 Sundays out of 17? So I think Tate's going to be a very good NFL player. Is he going to be an elite game changer? Man, I don't know. And that's why, I said it a couple weeks ago, and I was comfortable with them taking Tate at 6. I still would prefer a trade down. And I'm starting to think that they're going to go lineman over receiver. So I don't think that they're going to go receiver at 6. But if you're telling me I got to pick between these two guys right here, I'll take Carnell Tate.
And I told you, and a break, I've been going back and forth between these two dudes, just like you, McNuggets. We've been doing, me and Tyvis and broke these dudes down. But I do think it was a masterful job by his agent to have him out here and getting out there just to see him run, because it shows you. And then I like the staging, because the catch that we all talk about is him levitating in the back of the end zone.
He floats.
And he's like, oh, you thought he could float? Then let's just get up there and have him kick his feet around like he's swimming, like it's synchronized football.
It's a useless foot move.
It's a useless
but it looks
move,
sweet.
but it looks crazy.
Awesome. Yeah.
It shuts down the whole internet. So, but I will say this. Carnell Tate, to me, is just like, I feel like if you had to play a game, if you had to play a game today, and you gave those guys a playbook and said, be ready to go and throw with the quarterbacks for a week, who you think will be ready to play? I think Carnell Tate will be ready to play. And that, to me, gives him a slight edge. But I think there's some teams that are back in on Tyson now.
I've gone back. I genuinely have flip-flopped on this 20 times. And I think this is where I've landed. And I may change before 8 p.m. on Thursday night. When you're drafting with the 6th pick, you're drafting guys that you think can hopefully change your franchise, right? You want the highest of high ceiling kind of guys, because those are the guys that if you hit on, big word if, can be the ones that change the complete trajectory of an offense. Before the Bengals had Jamar Chase, you bring Jamar Chase in, now you have someone that half the defense is looking at nonstop. Same with Justin Jefferson. No receivers, you bring Justin Jefferson in, changes everything. Can Tate get to that level? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I genuinely have no idea. But when you look at the athletic abilities of Jordyn Tyson, they are superior to what Carnell Tate can do. And the injury history scares the living crap out of me, and I can't pretend to say it doesn't. But at 6, I think I want the guy with the highest ceiling. I think that's the guy that can help change the biggest trajectory of your franchise from where the Browns are now, which is a middling offense, to the highest point they could possibly get to. I think I lean by the slightest of margins towards Jordyn Tyson, and the fact that we know his brother, and we know the kind of athlete he is, and we know the mindset he grew up with. But if anyone says Tate because it's a safer pick, I don't have an argument against. I only have my argument for.
I mean, I've always been best player available. I've said that. That's why I advocate for a defensive guy if you think that's the best guy available. But I do think that the injury thing is so real.
It's legit. It's legit.
You have to take that into account. And it's funny. I go back to the 2011 draft. The Cavs had the 1st and 4th picks. And I remember talking to the GM at the time, Chris Grant, when he took Tristan Thompson. And there was that was a shock pick, right? Yeah. Not a lot of people saw that coming.
He was a reach, considered.
He was very much considered a reach. And Chris told me, I know this kid is not going to bust. This is not a bust. He's going to have a long career in this league. He may not explode, but I know the work ethic. I know the intangibles are there. I know he's going to have a good career here. And that's why they settled on him at 40. He wound up being a big piece to help him win a championship.
But you don't take that if you don't take Kyrie first.
Well, and they did have Kyrie 1. And so that has to be weighed into it. I don't think Carnell Tate's going to be a bust. Jordyn Tyson might be a bust. Yeah. Just because of the injury factory.
The Kyrie Irving thing back in the day, people don't realize, there was a big Derek Williams contingency.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was a huge
Derek Williams. And Brandon Knight. Williams at 1 and Knight at 4, remember?
Yeah, oh, man. And then then they took Kyrie, and everybody's like, but he played 10 games. Yep. You don't even see him. And then when they grabbed Tristan, They didn't even know what hand he shot with at the time.
Yeah.
He didn't even know what hand he shot with. Yeah.
Like they said, so you've got a guy who does not know if he's left-handed or right-handed, and a guy who's had an injury problem, and then those two pieces with LeBron coming back got you a championship.
And it's funny because Klay Thompson was probably the right pick at 4 in hindsight. So maybe Mekhi Lemon's who we should take at number 6. Who knows? I just think I lean with the slightly higher ceiling. But if anyone says Tate, my answer isn't. It's not anti-Tate. I'm just more pro the upside of Tyson. I think Tate's the safer pick. I do.
Tyson to me could be, and I don't want to say this, I think he could be like Odell Beckham Jr. I ain't gonna lie.
So you'd rather have Odell Beckham Jr. or Keenan Allen, if that's the two. And I think I would rather have the little bit of Odell than the longevity.
He's gonna make 2 or 3 catches like OBJ his rookie year, and people gonna be like, oh my goodness.